There we go. Hi. Hi. I'm Aspen Dracaena, your friendly neighborhood Ice Dragon Bookwyrm VTuber. I am playing more Cat Quest tonight because it's fun. Because it's fun. I like it. It's fun. I don't care what anybody else says. It's fun. That's the only reason I'm playing this game. It's fun. Okay. So, let's see. Before we start the game, is there anything I need to tell you? I might be readjusting my stream schedule for the week. There's something that might have happened, might not happen at the end of the week, and it's probably not going to happen. So I'm going to be readjusting things a little bit. I might actually not stream on Saturday or Sunday so I can get some stuff done around the house, because there's a lot of stuff to do. A lot. Because, you know, sometimes we just have to adult. Anyway, I don't know if you can see this, but I just realized the mouse has a little cat paw on it. The mouse has a cat paw. Makes perfect sense to me. Okay. Let's actually continue. Alright. Okay, let's go. Here. Fury Cave. I can't remember what we were doing last time, but that's okay. This game is fun enough. Oh, I remember this cave. Oh dear. I think these guys needed magic. Now, how did I... Ah, okay. Okay. There we go. Alright, I'll just lure these guys out one by one. Hi, love. Imagine if it's a cat paw catching a mouse. Exactly, exactly. It's clever. Ah. Whee. Oh, no. Gotcha. But yes, hi, love. How are you doing, Panda, my dearest, sweetest, wonderfulest person? No. Oh, that's me. Oh, I died. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. This game is kind of fun to die. Like, I don't know what it is about this game, but it just, like, I don't know. I just really like it a lot. Okay. I'm just getting more XP. See, it's worth it. Okay, let's see. Another magic. Woo! Dead? Almost. Haha. Just playing some Power Wash and chill out a bit with tomorrow being a big day at work. I get it. I totally get it. I think, you know, it's the beginning of the school year. And I think that affects a lot of people, even if they're not students anymore. I don't know, there's something about September coming on that's like, okay, it's time to get your shit together, you know? Even if you're not a student, even if you're not a teacher, I don't know, it's just, it's like, let's just do it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Do I recharge, like, just by standing here? Or do I need to, what does that do? Alright, what if so I've got plenty of magic. Okay. I need a nap. I need a nap. I need a cat nap. Like, everything about this game is good. You know, it feels like a John Williams kind of soundtrack. It just feels like adventure and fun. And, I mean, you know, cats. I guess I just wasn't expecting to like this game so much. And I'm like, yes, let's go. It hits me in the smushy. Okay, okay. Alright, let's go, let's go. Okay. Oh, I can't. I have to kill something first. Okay. I have to get this guy. Okay. Oh my gosh, stop coming at me, bro. Oh my god. Okay. Yes, thank you. I have been level 15'd. Okay. No. Alright. Nice. Yeah. You know, it's interesting thinking about, like, you know, playing at dead of night. It's just, the ending was a little much. The ending was just a little much. It went a little muchly. And, like, you know, I get making games, you know, challenging. But games should be challenging and fun at the same time. You know, like, I feel like it's not, I don't know. I guess some people like that challenge, though. Like, I know there are people who really like Souls games, and, you know, that's cool. That's fine. I'm not sure I have the patience for a Souls game, and I'm pretty patient. Oh, no. No. Uh-oh. Hang on a sec. Hello? I'm streaming right now, Mom. Yeah. Oh, okay. Did the stuff work? Oh, good. Good, good, good. Okay. Alright. Oh, it was like 12 bucks. Alright. Okay, love you. Bye. Okay, bye. Okay, alright, okay. Alright, that was Human Mother. There was a plumbing adventure at security guy's house. And I solved the problem. I think you might have heard that phone call. But, my microphone is being a little weird lately, so I don't know, you know, what's up with it. But, anyway. So, yeah, there was a bit of an adventure. Oh, I need to get out of here. Oh boy, do I need to get out of here. Okay. I'll just keep leveling up. So, there was a plumbing misadventure at Human Mother's boyfriend's house, at security guy's house. But, you know, because both of them are still, like, they're not at their best since the accident. Like, they're both just, like, a little weaker physically right now. So there was a toilet incident, and neither of them are very strong right now to plunge the toilet. So I said, look, I'm going to go get some green gobbler for you guys. Hopefully that'll work. So I went to the store, got them some green gobbler. Apparently it works like a charm. So, Human Mother's boyfriend, security guy, wants to pay me back for the green gobbler stuff. It works like a charm. So, alright, let's get out of the way. Okay. So yeah, he wants to pay me back. I'm like, it's $12. It's nothing, really. Now, the thing I know about, like, plumbing stuff, you don't want to, you don't want to use Drano, because it actually can mess up your pipes. But, like, the green gobbler stuff is decent because it's like enzyme based. So, yeah, it's not gonna harm your, what if I just go here and get the box? Ooh, chainmail helmet. Okay. Is that worth it, though? Alright, I'm gonna fight the little fox guys. Oh no! Wait! I was just fighting him normally. No. Anyway, you know, sometimes when something goes wrong, the strong arm tactics don't always work. Sometimes you just need to think smart. Why do they bounce? Like, cats walk normally enough in this game, but everything else like, it's jumping. I just realized that. Okay. Unless you specifically can build your character like that, you can't just tank and spank. I was able to do that in Kingdom Hearts, though. Yeah, yeah. Tank and spank. I haven't heard that one before. Alright, that is a level 5 chainmail helmet. Oh, maybe I should be wearing the chainmail helmet. Is that... Yeah. 10. Maybe I should do mage. Should I do mage? Or should I do ranger axe? Oh, let's keep the sword. We'll do sword. You know, I have only ever played like the very beginning of Kingdom Hearts. I know it's a long game, like there's a lot going on with it. Okay. Oh, I need to kill something. Let's go this way. No! Stay away. I'm not doing that. No, Hey! Hey! Dead. He's dead. I think 2 swipes. Ah, okay, I've got some strategy here. Okay. Interesting. I mean, I don't really need to be in here. Like, I killed everything. No. I mean, I got everything that there is to get here. I should take a nap. Oh, God. I mean, honestly, I should take a nap. I have just... Yeah, I don't know why. I've had... The past 2 nights, I've just had terrible sleep. No reason, no nightmares, just terrible sleep. Oh, I have to do the rest of my quest. Okay. Wait, I have to go back in the cave? Wait, what is my quest? How do I see my quest? Wait, can I look at the quest? What quest am I doing? I have no idea what's going on. No, I don't want to abandon the quest. I just want to know what the quest is. Do I have to clear out the entire cave? Is it just to defeat the monsters? No. No. Ugh. Kinda got me cornered. Okay. Alright. I'm actually doing not bad, though. Okay. Alright. Level 16. Aha! Dodging back away. I know what I'm doing now. Aha! guy's hard, though. Okay. Here we go. Aha. Okay. Okay. Alright. Sorry, I just got really quiet there for a moment. I don't know why. Maybe it's the lack of sleep. I don't know. No. No, don't do that. No. No. Leave me alone. Oh, I forgot. We have voices. Hey guys, sleep. Is that the thing where you go to the gym and lift weights? Gosh, I don't know. Sleep is something that you do, but I'm not sure. It's a thing I hear people do sometimes. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's a mystical land. Maybe. I don't know.
We destroyed it, but something doesn't feel right. Let's go outside to see if anything's changed.
Oh no. Something doesn't feel right. Okay. Oh, no worries, Digi. Oh, it's this guy.
Head mage, the spell's not broken?
I think the last spirit orb is contained within the king.
What? We can't just destroy the king.
I'll have to pull the orb out and banish it. Once I'm ready, we'll save the king together. Okay. Oh my gosh. Hilly hills. Hilly hills, you guys. Hilly hills. Just in case we didn't know that they were hills that were hilly. They're hilly hills. Okay. I just took a sip of water and it got all over me. I don't know how. Alright, so we're going... Wait, let's look at this. No quests available. Good. Okay. Kit Kats.
Hold up. You sure about this? I know we already slayed one dragon, but this one feels different. We should try to get stronger first. A lot stronger.
Okay. Okay. We need to do more quests. Let's find some more quests to do. Ooh, 10 XP. Nice. Alright. So, where did we start off at? Oh, no. Oh, I see. That's a big scary dragon. Okay. I need to find another quest board. Look. Twin Cave. Twin Peaks. It's Twin Peaks, guys. The hilly hills. Right. The hilly hills have eyes in the mills. They had to take some pills because of some various ills, but they offered no bad winds. Nice. The catnip cure. Okay, let's do that.
Is it strange that the town is completely empty, but there's still a quest board? Please. My sister's so ill. Someone please help us.
Well, come on then.
Let's go see what these peasants want. Or need.
Okay, where do I go? There we go. See, there's people in town. Oh, cat adventurers, are you here because of the quest? Please, my twin sister is so ill. I don't know what to do.
Peasant, no fear. Your saviors are here.
Catnip, please find some herbal catnip. I can hear anything, I know it. There's some growing near the mountains east of here. Please hurry. I don't know how much time she has left. East. 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 That far east?
This should be the place. But where is the catnip? Oh no, brace yourself. Ambush!
Oh, shiznit. No! Leave me alone. I need... No! Hang on a sec. Let me check that. Digi is saying a thing, so I'm gonna check the thing. Digi. Let's see. What are you up to, Digi? What have you been up to? Oh, yeah. Oh, that looks so... Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That looks really delicious, though. What was it? Looks like fish? Okay, we already did all this. Airline chicken. Okay. It looks good. Alright. Herbal catnip. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's rest for a second so we save it so we don't have to go through that again. It looks good, though. Ah, nice. Nice, nice. Okay. Level 17.
This should be the place, but where's the catnip? It's a trap!
Okay.
No way. The monsters trampled all over the catnip. Let's head back. Maybe we can come up with another plan.
Okay. Over the hilly hills. Instead of silent hills, it's hilly hills. Here, let's nap. I like that restoring your energy and game saved is combined. I think that's a really smart way to do that. Stay away from the Twin Towns. This is your final warning. What in the world? Oh, not even a scratch. The door aches open, revealing a long-abandoned house. What? Where are the peasants? No way we could have imagined all that, right?
We time. We should check out the town on the opposite side.
Quest complete. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. But yeah, that looks fantastic. I am jealous. My dinner was leftover cold pizza. Now let's... Wait, did I? There we go. Okay. Let's go this way. I guess. The catnip cure again. Yes. Yes, your sister's so ill. Will someone help us? Yes.
Wait a minute. This seems awfully familiar. Let's go check it out.
Oh, this guy. Oh, Cat Ventures, are you here because of the quest? Please, my twin sister is... This is the same thing. So ill, I don't know what to do.
And let me guess. You need catnip. Please find the herbal catnip and cure anything. I know it.
Some of it grows near the mountains east of here. You must hurry. I don't know how much time she has left. Catnip cure. Again. There's an experience point. This seems awfully familiar. Yeah. Didn't know deja vu's are the signs of getting stoned off the catnip. You know?
There's something not right here. This feels exactly like something we already did. And if I'm right, we're just gonna get ambushed again. So let's say we hide over there. We may get the jump on those monsters instead. Any second now. Aha! I'm such a genius! Rawr! And look, the catnip didn't get trampled this time.
Nice. Okay.
Perfect. Let's head back to town.
Hilly Hills. Hilly Hills reminds me of, I used to work as a nanny with this little boy, and he made up his own game called Volleyball, which is pretty much just kicking the ball around. But yeah. I told you to stay away!
Where are the peasants? Are you working for Dracoth?
Take this and never come back! This is your super last warning! Arcane hat.
I'm sure of it now. This town is a mirror of the one on the opposite side.
There's a powerful curse at work here. The opposite town should hold the next piece of this puzzle. Oh, let's rest. Let's rest. As always. Alright. The nightmare. Yes.
Now my sister will make up. Please help us. This might give us more insight on this curse. Let's go.
Here, should I do this surfer dude cat? Oh, Cat Ventures, you came back, dude. Catnip you gave us really helped my sister. Thank you.
But we didn't.
My sister's fever seems to have subsided, but she won't wake up. She keeps tossing in her sleep, mentioning some night. Please, you must help us, dude. I don't know. Sounds like a wraith's doing.
They sometimes enter dreams, preventing the host from waking. Luckily, wraiths also leave a strong smell that spirits like me can track. Let's follow the trail.
Trail! Trail! Okay.
Alright, seems the wraith is in this cave. To truly quell a wraith, you must defeat it and all its minions, got it?
Ah, Forest Cave. So, I got to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 last night from Nostalgia Trip until you see they hidden the current look of Bam Margera. Huh, interesting. I think they opened up a skate park near where I live recently. Oh! Oh, the ice is slowing me down. Okay, let's get these guys. Rawr. Okay. One shot, back off. One shot, back off. Okay. Shot, back off. Shot, back off. Shot. Okay. Oh, look, there's a chest. Let me put it this way. Ever wonder what peaked in high school and still kept thinking it was in high school? It looked like it's an avatar for reality. Yeah. You know, it's funny because I was thinking today, like, I'd watched the movie She's All That the other day. So when that came out, that was like early 2000s, I think. She's All That. And I was thinking about all the people in that movie. And, like, in that movie, of course, they're the coolest thing. Because that's the time that they were in and everything about them was cool. And now it's like, were people really like that then? Like, you kind of start wondering why were things like that cool? Yeah.
Awesome work. I guess we can wave that wraith goodbye. Anyway, let's head back. The peasant sister should be waking up now.
Okay. Uh-oh. I don't have keys. When am I gonna get the keys to all these chests? Oh, God. True. Yes. Why were things like that cool? We were teenagers and teenagers tend to be stupid. Yes. But those movies were written by adults. So, as teenagers rebelling against adults, why would we accept a movie created by adults that is supposedly about teenagers, but not actual real teenagers? It's a movie. I don't know. Okay. Anyway. Nothing you do will change anything! Leave her alone! Oh. Thought you meant in real life. Screenwriters thought that's how the 90s were, even though they grew up in the 70s. Yeah. true. Her, the sister. The house is once again empty, abandoned for many years.
Some dumb butt ended up cursing the whole town. Meow. We might find out more in the opposite town.
Nice. Got to level 18. Sweet. No, leave me alone. Stop it. I feel like in the 90s, like the teenagers kind of got it a little better. But I think what happened is things went kind of anti-commercial and then they got commercialized again. So, I don't know. Anyway. The nightmare again. Yeah, okay, sister. Yeah.
Let's hurry.
Okay, the nightmare again. 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 Oh! Your meddling needs to stop! How do you pronounce 4 P's in a row? I don't know. It's the only thing I have left of her. Die! Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Get away from me! No! How dare they? Yeah, I get it. Okay. Let's go. Alright, let's rest. So we have game saved. We can just go after. Alright. Did have a bit of a bummer. The local burger joint closed yesterday. Have you heard of the place called Red Rum Burger? It was actually called Murder Burger, but they changed it to Red Rum because Murder Burger upset people. So it's in California near UC Davis, which is in Davis, California. Okay, yeah, we know. No, I'm moving away. Okay. I'm not allowed to nap, but I'm not okay. Is there a power up? I just have to die? Yeah, I guess I have to die. But yeah, they closed down Red Rum Burgers because I think the pandemic kind of screwed it over. I was really kind of sad to hear that because apparently their burgers are really good. They're like a mainstay. Ah. There we go. Puss planes. Go. Let's level up a bit. Bermuda's Triangle. I love it. Bermuda. DC Cops. They had burgers that were meals themselves like the Dick Tracy. A regular burger with caramelized onions, but instead of buns, it's 2 grilled cheese sandwiches. Oh my god. I mean, that's pretty much a cheeseburger. But yeah, that's pretty wild.
Take a nap.
Yep. Haha! Oh, but I still have those guys to get. Okay. Oh, that gave me a lot of experience points. Can I take a nap now? No, I can't. Okay.
Tells me that's not the last we'll see of him. Let's go back to the town. I have a feeling.
Alright. Level 19. Nope. Stop. There we go. Okay. But my favorite was the groundhog, a burger, a bacon, fried egg, and hash browns. That sounds good. Of course, two of those things are things that I can't eat or can't eat a lot of. Unfortunately, I'm very sensitive to red meat. I wish I wasn't. And I can't eat eggs. Oh, I can eat the egg yolk, not the white. Sister, I'm so sorry, dude. I couldn't save you, dude. I'm so useless. If only I had the courage to use that book.
It was just a magical memory all this time.
Oh, you could have chosen your protein, that chicken, fish, or Impossible. Impossible burgers are actually quite good. But yeah, I'm definitely a chicken or fish burger type of girl. For sure.
So the peasant couldn't save his sister after all. Come on, let's go. We'll find out more back in the opposite town.
Okay, so we have to go into the opposite town.
Opposite town.
Oh, the music changed. The book. Oh, I'm not level 20 yet. Alright. Yeah, it is kind of unfortunate. We need to find another quest board. How about... let's go... Okay. I know where to go. This way. Whee! Yee! Okay. Quest board. The strange charm. Yes. You pluck a strange charm off the board. Okay.
Peasants, what's the strange charm? They're ignoring us. Are they under a spell? Hello? Let me see that charm.
Spirit flies around the charm curiously.
I can see a magic trail. It should lead us to the caster.
Okay. Cross Puss Plains.
Hello there.
Hey Mac, how you doing? Oh. What is that? There's a mark on the ground. It looks like the one on the charm. I hope you're doing well, Mac.
And the magic trail ends at this mark.
Wait a furry minute. I hear monsters. Of course. Oh. Let me see that mark again. No, I'm gonna get these guys first because I want all my coins and stuff. There we go. Yeah, I think we're all sleepy today, Mac. I think we're all sleepy. I know I am.
Oh, God, cats! Where do you come from?
Charm! Must have charm!
She's freaky. Back up, partner.
Give me charm! Give me charm!
She wants that charm he took from the town.
Don't let her have it! Throw it in the water! Yeah? Oh, where's that weird symbol I saw? How do you two appear here? Why can't I remember anything else? Oh God, cats. I need a break.
I think anyone who sees the symbol will follow the charm. Someone's luring kitties into that creepy town.
We have to find out who's behind this. Let's check that town again next time. So, did you just said charm? Look, buddy, I like the original show just fine, and I'm sure the reboot has its audience, but it's canceled. Charm! I think I did at one point watch all of Charmed. I was actually, before I started streaming, I was watching some Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Buffy the Vampire Slayer was more my thing than Charmed was. I am a huge Buffy fan, and I'm really excited for the reboot. There's one. There's two. I'm gonna get them all! Okay. Lakeside Hole. Oh, there's just plains. Bermuda's Triangle. Alright. The Escape. I just lean into anything that I like. Buffy, Charm, The Flash. I even like Smallville, if you can believe that. Yeah, Smallville was okay. I think it went on a little long. I never watched all of Smallville. But I've watched all of Xena Warrior Princess and Hercules and the Legendary Journey. Lucy Lawless is the true legend. Lucy Lawless is amazeballs. You gotta love an awesome, badass Kiwi woman. That's all I'm gonna say. But, yeah. And then, I watched a lot of Buffy and, you know, all the Star Trek stuff. That was that era for me. It was Buffy and Star Trek. Okay. The Escape. Yes.
There's a note here. Someone help me. I'm in the first house. Speak through the door.
Speak, friend, and enter. Let's be quick. I don't want to lose myself again. Call me Meowgan. Oh, I just realized we're on an ad break. I will pause here for a moment. I'm gonna go grab something real quick. I will be back. Okay, looks like ads are over. Alright. Yeah, Babylon 5, TNG, anime, Deep Space Nine. What else did I watch back then? I don't remember what else I watched back then. I think I did watch the beginning of Dawson's Creek. But, like, I wasn't really into the more drama shows. I was more into, like, the science fiction and fantasy and stuff like that. All the stuff I'm still into, you know? Okay.
Yogan, what do you mean, lose yourself?
I woke up. I don't know how I got here, and I tried to leave. But there's a barrier keeping me here. Can you help me break it?
Don't worry, we'll get you out. Let's move further out to get a clearer sense of things.
Oh, it's the Bermuda's that's why. I drove my dad crazy, hogging the only cable box at one point to watch Sci-Fi Channel's anime marathon, and when they had that week-long event hosted by Apollo Smile. Ah. Back when the Sci-Fi Channel wasn't spelled S-Y-F-Y. You know, none of the cable channels actually are what they started out as. Like, TLC stood for the Learning Channel once. And now it's all just reality TV. How is that learning anything? It's just reality TV. I don't get it. Anyway. Or MTV. Where's the music? It used to be all music videos all the time. And now, like, where's the music? What happened? It all moved to YouTube. That's where you watch music videos now.
I don't sense anything strange in this direction.
We just tossed an old videotape we had of Golf Digest videos that ran on TLC. Oh no. Interesting.
Oh, let's get this guy.
Haha.
Meowza! My whiskers are tingling. This is the right direction.
Yeah, what cable got mainstream and couldn't be unique, and so every channel started turning into reality TV, which is such an inappropriate term for it. It should be called unreality TV because it's not real. It's all fake. It's all just nonsense.
A little further up. Too far left. Almost there.
Ah, Twin Cave. Of course it's the cave.
It's coming from that cave. I'm not sure how to break this spell, but defeating everything inside's a meowing start.
Okay. And what reality TV is real? It's more like exploitation. Yep. See, my 600-pound life for a 90-day fiance. Yeah. It just feels, it does, I totally agree with you. It just feels like taking advantage of people who want fame and don't have access to it at all. Like, the only way they can have fame is if they embarrass themselves on TV. It's actually really sad. Ooh, what's this? Squire armor. Okay. Aha. Aha. Ratings, networks don't want to show anything positive. They want free ring circus. Yeah. Which is, you know, you see that in Twitter too. That's what it's become, a free ring circus. Like, I barely on Twitter anymore, just to like post that I'm streaming. And every day I get something from Twitter that has to do with politics. And it's like, oh, they are baiting me. They are totally baiting me. Because all they send me are notifications about politics these days. It's ridiculous. They want people to argue because it keeps them on the site. Ooh, nice. Leveled up chainmail helmet. Cool. doing pretty well. Once I got to level 20. You dig out a charm. Oh god, cat, something's happening. The charm disappears.
The magic's gone. Let's go back and see whether whiskering worked.
Okay. Let's take a nap first. I think I need a nap. Right, they constantly cut costs to make shittier and shittier content. I really, like, you know, sometimes you'll see streamer houses on reality TV and such. I'm like, does this really actually benefit your content? Because it's just all gonna be crappy stuff. You know they're only gonna show the bad stuff. Like, what's even the point?
The shield's gone. I'm free. Fluffy, furry, free.
Wait, which fluff butt did this? And what about those other peasants?
No furry idea. Maybe check the notice board again. Oh, I found this in the house. You can have it.
Ooh, nice.
Now, farewell.
Okay. That was an interesting laugh. Okay. You know what's worse? Streamers like Mr. Beast and other influencers, they're just an evolution of reality TV. Yeah. I agree. Mr. Beast feels kind of exploitative as well. The sacrifice. Oh, we're level 20. Let's try it.
There's another charm. This one seems different.
The magic from the charm is overwhelming. Yeah, there's lots of quality content on YouTube, but it's buried under trash. Like, okay, so quality content on YouTube. At least, you know, where it feels like it's putting out positivity. Like, you know, there's certain, like, Claire Saffitz is so nice to watch, you know, when it comes to, like, cooking content on YouTube. Because she's just so chill. And she's genuinely good at what she does. And you really can see the time she takes with it. Like, I really like that. I think it's better than a lot of cooking shows I see on TV. Because it feels like she takes her time and does what she wants to. And, like, you can see real skill, you know?
Here's a clear magic trail.
The caster wants us to furry find it. Or, like, you know... Now, given sometimes people get lazy... Help me, please! Did you hear that? There, near that bush. Paws up! Monsters!
There's no one here. Yeah? Let's continue.
Okay. Oh, I died. Honestly, I like gaming streamers like Hero Panda, or reviewers like SF Debris or Good Bad Flicks. Yeah. I feel like YouTube is a great source of, like, making history fun, for example. You know, or you can see some interesting things about cryptids or stuff like that. I think there's a lot of really cool stuff out there that can be found when you look for it. And then when you look for those things, you start getting suggested similar things, which is really nice. Like, you know, what's other quality content I like? There's another charm. This one seems different. Oh, it's the same thing. Okay. So, like, I think I mentioned this. I did a post on Blue Sky about different content creators I watch on YouTube. And there's they're so adorable. It's this cute kind of goth couple, and they visit like places where horror movies were filmed, are places that they were based on. And I really like how they actually research what they're talking about. Like, you can tell they're really putting time into researching what they're talking about. And I appreciate that, you know? Okay, let me rest. Because we know cats. Cats nap all the time. Okay. If I remember them, I'll tell you. But, like, you know, I like stuff like that. That's definitely real over there.
Now and again, never furry mine. Let's just go.
Oh my goodness, what are those?
They look like Appa.
Ooh, they're hard. They're difficult. Okay. Okay. Alright. I won't mess with them. I'm not sure I've leveled up enough for them.
Yarg, help. That's definitely real over there. Over there.
Okay, so I'm playing Power Wash Simulator, and if there wasn't a Star Trek reference just made, I'm gonna be mad. Uh-oh. Okay.
Now and again, never furry mine. Let's just go.
Alright, we're gonna avoid those Appas.
You're the one!
I don't understand. You're kind. You help those cats along the way. Why'd you help someone so evil then? You're calling us evil. You're going down, kitty. A cat fight? Meow. Go fight that. Oh dear, I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as far as you are in Power Wash Simulator. It might take me a while. I might forget. How many levels are there in Power Wash Simulator? Okay, we're going back here. We're doing this. Yeah, there's nobody there. We're going here, past the Appas. We talk to this guy. He's like, you're evil. No, we're not. We're not evil. You're going down. You're going down. Go fight that. Oh, almost. I played Power Wash for about 70 hours. Far more than any game I have on Steam. It's really a substantial game even without the DLC. It is pretty substantial. I'm actually quite impressed with it. You know, I might go back sometime and play, oh, what is it? The house, decorating game. House Flipper. That might be a game I might play on stream. I actually really like that game a lot. It's so funny how, like, I like chill games, and then I like the stuff that's, like, intense. Yeah. It's hard to dodge this one because it's right in like a... Without spoiling too much, here's a line from the Star Trek episode in question. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Level 21. Okay. Yeah, talk, we, yep, blah, 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 blah. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me see if I can. This is Captain Morgan Bateson of the USS Bozeman. Can we render assistance? Tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Whee! Here, I'll do this. So I wake up here, so I'm a little closer. Here. Oh, hey, Buck Addict. It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. Have you been working on any Lego projects recently? Working, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel like everybody's just busy these days. And not the fun busy, it's the working busy. Have to dodge better, I think. Almost. I got the lunar rover for my birthday. Did a swap with a friend so he can build it. Right now I have his motorbike built. Nice! Everyone who streams after work in America, I'm at work during. Yeah, true. True. Yeah, because you're already all the way on the other side of the planet from us. But yeah, and it's actually going to be summer for you soon, right? Or spring at least. I don't know why I'm being lazy here. Alright, hang on. Lazy gaming. If I had to remove... Yeah. No, I love Lego so much. I have like almost all of the Lego Hobbit sets. I don't have, there's one I don't have. I think it's one of the bigger ones that I don't have. But I have most of the ones that came out when The Hobbit was out. I'll have to pull those out sometime and show Panda my whole collection. We can work on those together. I think my favorite one was the Bilbo Baggins house. That one's really fun. Alright. We're not evil. We're just trying... Cat fight, meow. Okay. Meowy good. Okay, he's gonna come after us. Get me this time. I'm not... Oh, no! Bach Addict. I don't know if you've been around to hear the news, but Panda and I are engaged. We're gonna be getting married next year sometime. So, yeah, we're actually talking about some ideas about what we're gonna do once we're living together in regards to streaming. So, yeah, we might do some interesting things in the future. Alright. Okay, there we go. We did this thing, and that's done. And then we're gonna do this other thing, and then we're gonna talk to this dude, and he's gonna do a thing, and blah, 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 blah. You're one bad guy, good guy, bad guy, good guy. We're all mean. Yeah, cat fight. Okay. Yeah, regular date night streams where we play some old couch co-op games. Yeah. I think it might be fun if we do some hand cam streams doing Legos. That could actually be really cool. Oh man. I need to get, this space is hard to maneuver in. Let me try again. Let me try again. What's my, okay. Let's see. Let's just do this, so we don't have to repeat it. Here. Okay, we're pretty early on in level 21. Okay. Alright, that way I don't have to repeat. Again. There we go. Can I go this way? No. Okay. You won't let me go between the mountains. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Evil, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Whoa. Okay. No. Ah. Stay away when he's got to swipe. There we go. We got it. We got it. Oh, Aspen, did I mention there's a Halloween video game coming? No, I didn't. Or did I? I know I watched a thing, the last weekend Panda and I watched some, game trailers, and I found a thing that had a whole bunch of different games in it, including a Hellraiser game.
Let us through, you evil mage kitty.
Stop, I need to find Meowgan before he destroys everyone!
Meowgan? Aren't you the evil one?
Oh dear. I'm Newlin. Like Merlin, I guess. Meowgan let his mage powers control him. I put a shield on the town to seal him in.
Okay, fine, Newlin. Then why lure those other kitties into the town?
The more cats there are, the stronger the shield. But they stopped coming, so the shield weakened, and he awoke.
Buzzballs, how'd we find him?
I'm preparing a search spell. It's almost complete. I'll call for you again. Alright, quest complete! Alright, any more quests to do? Okay, let's pull back. So I did all the Twin Peaks. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay. From Gun Media, the people that did the Friday the 13th game. Maybe it can, okay. Let's see. Aha. Okay, I need a nap.
Nap. Meow. Nap.
Maybe I should have been a cat VTuber. Okay, the book. Multi and single player, nice. Need help looking for a book? Guide wanted.
If we find out what this book is, maybe we can lift the curse.
Okay.
The peasant isn't home. Where did he go? He left a trail, though. Maybe we can follow it. Let's hustle.
Ooh. Okay. I don't know why I was doing that. I'm sorry. I don't know. I am so sleep deprived. For goodness sake, just leave me alone. I'm just a cat. Okay, little baddie bat. Oh no! How did that happen? Okay. Alright. Find the book. Find the book, find the book, find the book. We will always be happy to look for books. Whee. Whoa. Woo. I don't know why I'm doing that. Again, I'm very tired. Oh my gosh. Wait, is there a place I can nap? Guess I'm gonna have to go all the way back. Oh, here.
Nap.
There we go. hope if the devs of Crime Scene Cleaner come out with a new game, or come out with a sequel to Crime Scene Cleaner. Oh no! Not again. I hope that they make it multiplayer like Power Wash, because that would be awesome. Okay, why are they... Wow, why are they so tough? They're not usually that tough. Interesting, because the bats are usually pretty weak. I hope there's different options for different versions of the Halloween theme. You can either be a citizen of Haddonfield or the Shape himself. Interesting. You know, I'm just gonna go around these guys. I don't need to actually interact with them. I'm a little lost. Oh, I found the trail again. Okay, what is with these guys? Nice. Felongard Lake. Okay. Oh no, this doesn't look like a nice place.
The trail leads into the Forbidden Fields. We gotta be careful, you hear? The monsters inside are really strong. Rawr.
Okay. No. Stay away from me. I don't know.
It seems we're too late. He's got it. I'd wager this whole mess is because of it. Maybe if we repeat this quest, we can stop the peasant before he finds the book.
Okay. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Okay. Let's nap. Because we can. Considering they're working with... Oh! They're working with John Carpenter himself. Nice. Puts the armor on the fairy cat, goes off to fish. Like, I feel like with what the Hellraiser game looks like it's coming out, like, I don't know, like, I feel like Hellraiser has a lore to it, and you don't want to lose the lore, you know? The book is cleared, okay. Oh, it's this side, okay. The book again. Yeah, okay. Need help looking for a book guide wanted.
Okay, let's beat that peasant to his book. Go, go, go.
Oh, no, I'm not going. I'm stopping. Alright, X marks the spot. You dig a hole where you think the book is. You receive a strange book.
The Necropodicon? That book that revives the dead. The peasant must have tried to use the book, but ended up cursing the town and splitting it in two.
Return the book to me! Well, the thing I've been noticing with Hellraiser lately is they're trying to say there's more than one puzzle box, which is still odd to me because it will always be the lament configuration. Right. But given how it always shows up, it makes sense. Yep. No! Ugh. I put put my fingers on the wrong keys. That's my fault. Okay, let's go get the book. 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 It's our book. It's mine. Mine! Okay. Nap. Nap, nap. Okay. Alright. The Necro Pamicon. Hands the game the chicken shield. Oh, so long, Screwy. See you in St. Louis. Oh, we are the boys of the chorus. We hope you like our show. We know you're rooting for us, but now we have to go. Okay, more the... Yeah, no. That mage will keep coming back unless we destroy the Necropodicon. But only the cat who has the spell can end it. We need to find that peasant. Oh, nice. I got a lot of XP here from that. No. Alright. This way. You. Dude, you two again. How can I help you? You need to lift this curse now! Lift the curse! Okay, Digi, that's a deal. No, stay away from him. What? Oh, excuse me. Oh, they're actually easy to defeat. They're just really powerful. Okay. Dude, I understand what's going on.
Look, you snorkel butt. I know you love your sister, but nothing will bring her back, no matter how hard you try.
No, dude. No, the Necropodicon! If only I had...
I'm sorry, but you have to accept your sister's gone.
Dude, you're right. I never wanted this for us. Thank you. Both of you. I see what I must do now. Arcane Staff! Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Ooh, I think the curse is lifted now. The peasant can rest easy now. Quest complete!
Okay. You do for me! Anything else here? The Twin Resolution. Yes. Come find me. I need your help one last time.
It's that mage. Sheesh, he writes the same way he talks.
Thank you for coming. I'm sure you both know who I am by now.
You're that dumb butt peasant, aren't you?
Yes, dude. I spent years studying the Necropodicon, and it changed me.
A familiar catnip.
Will you bring this to my sister's grave? It was her favorite.
If it lets you rest in peace, we will.
Come on, I know where he wants us to go. right? Oh, not there. Not through these guys. Really? Really? Oh, there's a graveyard. Okay.
Cat spirit here are believed to be reborn with 9 lives, you know? An old superstition, but folks haven't forgot. You place the catnip on the gravestone.
I could never truly find a way to revive my sister. But perhaps now we can both finally rest. Thank you.
Oh.
And take this. We no longer have need of these. A small bag of gold drops from the sky. Hey!
Oh, that's quite a lot of gold. Must be the peasant's life savings. Thank you, peasant. Hope you and your sister find peace. Arr.
Ooh, that is nice. I feel kind of like I want to go around here. Oh, they're running away. Look. There we go. Alright. Let's find a napping point so we can save. Here. Okay. Alright. So. Everything's cleared. Let's check the other twin town. Okay. Yep, that's cleared. Everything's cleared. Okay. Where did we start off? East Pot, I think. Wait. There was a castle. I think we went too far. Oh, I think I know. Okay. I want to go back up a little bit. Alright. Near where we started, because there are some quests there that I can probably finish now. Well, there is a sign over here. Well, you know what? Maybe we should check this out. Wonder if we can get more magic. We can. There's another magic here. Touch yourself with a healing paw and your wounds magically disappear. I've needed this. Learn healing paw for 50 gold. Yes. I have a lot of gold. Can I level them up? No. Okay. Alright. That's gonna be useful. Okay. Alright, let's try this. Nope, can't do that one yet. Too high level. Fisher Cat's friend. Okay, how about this one? Meet. Yes. Will do, meat, meat, meat.
Which bud kitty wrote this? Me! Me! You're helping us, right? Yeah? Sure, Rabbit Kitty. A merchant sold us some fabulous meat, but we've eaten it all. Help us find some meat, please. We really need that meat. She's looking fur balls. She's ready to pounce. Go find the meat!
You pick up meat from the monsters.
Is monster meat safe to eat? Wait, do you hear that?
Meat. Oh, it's zombies.
Is that they're groaning? Hurry up, we need more meat!
Oh dear. You pick up more meat.
We have to go back now. What if they eat you? Or if they eat me? Oh no! Here, take the meat! This smells exactly like the merchant's meat.
Go find the meat. Unrelated. Why is the population low? Zombies. Okay.
Why are there so many of you furry butts here? You were slow. We were thinking of eating you! It's just a joke. Ha ha. A joke. Ha. Ha. Thank you. Take this.
Nice. Okay, anything else here? No, not yet. Pardon me. That's the deep forest. Oh, maybe it wasn't over here. Okay, this is not familiar. Interesting. Okay, maybe I should not have gone through the deep forest. But where's the area where I started? Hang on. Oh, did I go too far? I might have gone too far. Oh, okay. Alright. Bandits. One and all. Okay. Kit Kats. Cave Grotto. Aha! That's where we started. Okay. Just level up a little bit. Because we can. Zoom tight. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sometimes you just gotta sneeze. Oh, the Whisperer. Yes. I think I know what was released and where it is. Okay. It talked to me, mention a name. Dracoth, it said. He's waiting for you over at Puss Plains. Podner, let's go finish this. Okay. Alright. Oh, you know what? Hang on a second. I should save and get my health up.
Nap? Yeah. like a dragon, though.
Growl. Will you be the one to end my suffering?
Meow? What are you talking?
Just get away!
It's there.
Okay. Dracoth trapped me here. I was too weak to be useful. Urgh. Thank you, Urgh. I can rest in peace now, Urgh.
Dracoth, huh?
Hey, you guys, I'm over here. I was so worried. I'm very happy things turned out fine.
It was a trapped dragon spirit. You have an affinity to dragons, you know. A dragon whisperer. I'm meowsing.
Yar, I'd rather not. There's some gold for all the trouble.
Nice.
Hey! That's what you get. Ooh. Okay. That's where I bought the heart thing. Wait. Capital Lake. Okay, this is actually not that big a map looking at it. Okay. Okay. Yep, getcha. Gotcha. Okay. Alright. Is there anything else left to do over here? In Mewtown. Alright, all done. All quests completed. Let's try over here at the capital. The Lion King. Okay. Yes. The time has come to save King Leonardo. Alright. King Leonardo. Let's go. Huh. Head mage is in the palace ready to pull the orb out.
I'll make sure no one disturbs him. Huh?
Uh-oh.
Meowza! Someone's trying to stop the head mage!
Leave me alone! Oh. Okay. There we go.
You alright? Head mage, did you manage to...
What?
Something's wrong.
Stay away from me, Dracoth! He's controlling me! Oh dear.
Oh. Are you okay now?
I'm so very sorry, Dracoth. He... Miarg. But the king is now safe!
Oh, your furry majesty!
You saved my furry mane. Thank you, young dragon blood.
Now you can go back to doing whatever it is you do.
Of course. I also have a reward for you. Family jewels. I can fight using the family jewels. I entrust my family jewels to you, young dragon blood.
It's a meowsing, your furry majesty.
And now we must bolster our defenses should Dracoth return. We are forever in your debt, dragon blood. Quest complete! Ooh. I actually had a lot to offer there. Here, let's see. Can I increase? Ooh, I can. E. Yes. Yes. I know I have a lot of gold. I don't know how much I have. Okay. Remember the family jewels, son. Whack, blam, pow. Right. Nice. A little more powerful here. Here, wait, let me see. Does my tab show? Yes, I have 4,087 gold. I can buy lots of stuff right now. But let's wait on that. Because I want to get the other, let's see. Alright, so there's... See, 1, 2, 3. There's probably a few more further back. Okay. The Pacific Ocean. Oh wow, I am actually able to get these guys before they can even do anything. A monument, look here. There's inscriptions on it. Oh yes, there were a bunch of monuments around, I remember. Alright, I should take a kitty nap. A cat nap, if you will. Okay. So I've finished all of these. Okay. Where are their question marks? Okay, we have to go back to Kit Kats. Let's go to Kit Kats. Kit Kat has stuff to do. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat. Cat thing. Person. Okay. Blacksmith Journeyman. Nice. Again, they need to bring the jingle back. Yeah, it's a good jingle. It is a really good jingle. I mean, you remember it. Sometimes the best, like the best jingles are the ones that are so simple. Alright. What you waiting for? Kit needs our help. Oh, here's Kit. We did a southern accent for Kit. Arm is almost in. We just need one last piece. Anything for you, Kit? Heart. There's a cave quite far from here with a special ore I need. I marked it on your map. Don't you keep a girl waiting. Hint, hint. Okay, this away. Whee. Can we get there? Okay, let's go around this. Does the fairy have a crush on Kit? Yeah, probably. Okay. We're going up. Alright, I want to try using a heart. Okay, that's not great. That's when you probably want to level up. Ore cave.
Wait up, there's a torn note on the ground.
Old Puss got the ores the boss wanted. We're bringing it to Felongar Lake for pickup. Meet us there.
Why aren't these fetch quests ever simple? Come on, let's find these oreful robbers. Rawr.
Is there a place I can nap? I'm just a cat. I need to nap. Okay.
Are bandits too? I'm seeing a pattern here. Look, he dropped another note.
I shipped the ores across the lake to the drop-off point. Big Nip City take care of it till the boss gets back. Ugh, really? Level 25. Frozen. No more. Theta ruins. Drop off point.
The ores aren't here. Wait, you hear that? From the trees.
Okay.
Whew, that was close. And look, the bandits were carrying the ores.
Okay.
And also, yet another note?
With the TV show and now the ores, I, the Bandit King, can finally pronounce my love for Kit. Nothing can stand in my way.
No way. A competitor?
I think you're right, Digi. I think our little spirit cat friend has a crush. There's no denying it.
I mean, it's just a lovesick bandit. Too bad. Well, now that we have the ores, we can pass it along to Kit anytime. Quest complete.
Alright. Is there something down here I should see? Nice. Kappa ruins. Pot Plains. Pot City. Is it Potty City? Oh, look at that dude. Oh, let's take a nap. Because we always can.
Anything for you, Kit.
Hard. Yes. Alright. Is that? It's Nessie! No, Nessie, come back! Nessie! We want to see Nessie. The Loch Ness Monster is the best one. I died. Okay. Alright. It's a good thing I saved there. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to Kit. Wait. Okay, this way. This way. This way. This way. I think. Yes. Wait. Yes, the other side. Other side of the lake. There we go. No, no. Gotcha. Gotcha, naughty little fox. Okay. Hey. Make sure you buy some gear, y'all. Oh. I don't have 5,000. Okay, let's get a gear. Looking to roll some gear? It'll cost you 50 gold. Test your luck. Yes. What is it? Okay. Leveled up my ranger hood. Nice. Okay. So let's see. What time is it? Oh, I can play a little longer. Blacksmith Master. Alright, let's get the ores to Kit. Y'all came back. I had a good feeling about this, yeah. You give Kit the special ores. Perfect. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second to whip this armor into shape. Are we gonna get really nice armor? It's done. Wow, that was literally 1 second. And you know what? I'm giving this armor to y'all. These things for everything. Nice. Y'all are always welcome here, ya hear? Now get out of here. Shoo! I got hammering to do. Which brings to mind, I did not arm myself with the family jewels. Okay. I'm not wearing mage hat. No. Kit's armor. There we go. Oh, that's cool looking armor. Alright, so that... No, okay. So we were doing just this... were we doing the knight armor? I think we're doing the knight armor. I think this is a little better. And then family jewels. So we've got... Oh, we have a mace. Nice. I mean, it looks like we're getting stuff so that we can choose. Like, if you want to be like a mage or a tank or a ranger. So it looks like it's very very D&D based, which is actually kind of cool. All right. So we finished off those. Okay. Yeah, we're done with this. Okay, let's just look at the map again real quick. Okay, there's another one at the capital. But it might be too high for us. I don't know. So why don't we... Alright, why don't we try one more? Oh, first nap. Time to nap. Yep. Okay. Nope, we can't do that. Wait, no, we're level 25. Let's do... Soldiers have gone missing. Help me find my soldiers. You can't let the king go short pod. Your furriness, what happened? What's up, young dragon blood? My soldiers are missing. With your strength, I believe you can find them. Faux show. What? Meow wow. We're happy to help. Roarsome. I've marked out where they were last seen. Break a paw. Okay. We're going this way, I guess. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, this is great.
Nothing here. Nothing here either, Howerby. Oh, wait a minute. Over there, a piece of paper.
Report number 1. I need to find my fellow soldiers. I'm following a suspicious town cat.
A clue. I see another one there.
Oh. Report 2. The town cat keeps looking around. Does he see me? Report 3. He looks familiar. Maybe I've seen him around somewhere. Report 4. He's joined by another cat. They're heading off together. Report 5. They've stopped. It looks like they meet here a lot. Report 6. They're saying something. I need to get closer there.
It ended abruptly. Something must have happened. Wait a whiskering second. I hear something over there.
Oh no.
Suspicious town cats and the soldiers. They're having another meeting here?
I checked. There's no more of those pesky soldiers. Good. The herb bait's been set. Let's go before the monsters come. Oh no.
Wait, what does he mean by... Aw, fuzzballs. Monsters!
No, no. Leave me alone. Okay. Oh, why is that so lame? No mana. Okay. I'm dead. Okay. You know, I'm starting to feel like I'm wiping out, so I'm gonna stop here. Okay. So, safe. Alright. Okay. So, yeah, before I go, I will be updating my, my stream schedule for this week. Probably tomorrow. And, yeah. Let's see who we can raid. Who is good to raid? We are okay. Who are people who are good? Spoopy Kitty is playing Silent Hill too. Okay. You know what? I like rating Kevin. Spooky Cat Kevin is great. Alright, so let us... I'm going to mute my desktop. And let us raid Spooky Cat Kevin. I mean, you know. I don't know why I am set to all caps, but Spooky Cat Kevin, there we go. We will raid Spooky Cat because he's awesome. All right. Have a wonderful night or day, whatever time zone you're in. And I will see you around on Thursday. Bye, everyone. Bye.